Good morning and welcome, Libra. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is what I call a personal growth reading. We're going to take a look at blocks, fears and obstacles, strengths as well, what we don't see, etc. And keep in mind, this is a collective reading, so it may or may not resonate. But I definitely suggest either way that you check out your other placements. This type of reading just really brings a lot to the surface and allows you to really dig into yourself and see any areas of improvement or that you can work on. So let's get started. Now this reading could be about a specific situation for you, or it could be just basically something that you need to work on in general. So keep an open mind to it as well. And let's get started. I'm using Somnia Tarot Illustrated Edition today. What do our Libras need to know? What do they need to know, please? This is, again, I want to just say for end of May into end of June. However, I do feel like these are timeless. You come across them when you need to. So tell me about the two blocks, please. Give us two cards. Queen of Cups, Hermit, obstacles or fears, please. King of Swords, Temperance, Strengths, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, what you don't see, Hierophant, and Four of Pentacles, unexpected energy that you need to know about, Ten of Swords, Challenge, Empress. Where does this lead, please? And King of Wands, Two of Wands. Okay, so Knight of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. I will say you have a lot of swords here. Well, yeah. So the Knight of Swords, this is where this could be the situation. It may not be, but I'll explain it. I feel like something here, that some of these blocks arrive or derive from an energy that came in really kind of quickly and suddenly and probably unexpectedly. The Knight of Swords moves very fast. I feel like, though, too, because sometimes the Knight of Swords isn't very nice. And when I say that, they're just very direct. And if they're not compassionate at all, sometimes that directness feels mean, depending on who's listening, right? Because that's usually, it's got to know your audience. But this could be what it's about. Now, I feel like for some of you, so keep, again, if this situation exactly isn't kind of where you're at, but I feel like with the Queen of Cups and the Hermit as blocks, and if you see, she's looking away from this whole reading. I feel like the block is, so part of it is the Hermit, taking time out for yourself. And I feel like part of where you're stuck is, I feel like recognizing your empathetic side, your caring side, your loving side. There's something here where you're blocking love, so to speak, or caring. It could be a fear of getting hurt. It could be a fear of this. It could be just in need of taking some time. And this energy is keeping you from moving forward in a situation. That's why it's a block, right? Your obstacles and fears, which I feel like these are both obstacles, okay? So the King of Swords and the Temperance. I feel like the King of Swords is one specific thing, and that's in a Knight of Swords. I feel like there's someone here that, because maybe of the words they use or because of who they are, there's something here that they're getting in your way to reaching your goals and to uncovering and getting into self-discovery here. Now I'm going to take this back on the temperance. I think it's a fear. And I think the fear here, again, because your Queen of Cups is a block, you're struggling with getting in tune with your emotion, your emotional side. It's, again, it feels to me that for some of you, this could be a really bad relationship. Now, it doesn't mean that this relationship, you're in it now. It could be from the past. But however you were treated in this relationship has caused you to put up really big walls here, because with the Queen of Cups and the Temperance in your part of your issues is being kind of afraid to show emotion or care or any of that. There's this real standoffish feeling that you may be carrying around with you. And now keep in mind that standoffish feeling doesn't mean it affects, maybe the regular people around you. However, there is something about relationships, and this could be friendships, where you are not going to get hurt again, and you're going to damn well make sure you're not going to get hurt again, which is impossible. I'm sorry. It's impossible. I mean, there's always a chance when we fall in love, even if someone doesn't leave us intentionally or do bad things or are mean, there still could be hurt. They still could, maybe have something that takes them away, or you lose them in another way. But some things aren't intentional, and sometimes to find love or just really good friends, it stinks, but bad people can get in our way and come into our life, and we just have to learn how to deal with that. I'm going to tell you straight up, though, it's hard. And I'm not ever, demeaning this, but I do feel like that this could be how some of you are right now. Just really in a state of, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to be like that again. I don't want to get in that situation again. I am not going to allow anything to come in. The Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords are in your strength. So I just think it's really important to remember how much tenacity you have. And I feel like with the Ace of Swords that you have the ability to start something wonderful. But with that, also have the knowledge when you need to fight and when you need to walk away from something. And that's the Five of Swords. Like, I feel like because it's in a strength, it's saying that trust yourself a little bit. Like, you'll know when the ropes are so tight you can't make things work, and that you need to just let it go. Sometimes if we have like a bad relationship in our past or a hard relationship, sometimes we go in and say, why didn't I leave sooner? Well, circumstances are circumstances, and we can't judge ourselves on that. We can learn from it, absolutely, but not to stay, why didn't I? Could be lots of reasons why you didn't, and life changes. And I feel like this is saying that you'll know sooner than you may think if something's not working out, when to go, okay, this isn't worth my time, I'm going to walk away. And what you don't see is the Hierophant with the Four of Pentacles. So I do feel like there is some leveling up that you're doing anyway, and you might not see it right yet. And that's okay, because this stuff takes a lot of time. It takes time to work through it, to build trust, to build, to take away those walls is hard. Your armor, I went through a lot to remove armor. Like, I have so much armor, it's unbelievable. It's finally coming off though, but I've been divorced 10 years, so it's been a long time. But I feel like there's definitely a level up with the Hierophant. You're doing, this is what you don't see. So whatever work you're doing is sticking with you. The Four of Pentacles, I feel like is that it's in what you don't see. So I feel like you have a lot more tools, knowledge, understanding than you may think you do. So keep that in mind. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Look, take a look at what you do have, the skills you have as just a person, as, a lover, a friend. Uh, you know, take a look at what you've been through in the past and what you've learned from it. And then I feel like that's going to say, okay, right? You've grown, you've got all of these things, 4 of Pentacles, you've got them. And I think it's important. Sometimes we don't realize how much we've learned from our past. We kind of, sometimes we're focused on so much on what we didn't do or didn't do right or could have done better, that instead of, well, what did I learn from it? It makes a difference. So in your challenge, or in your unexpected is the Ten of Swords, there's a feeling to me of something just coming to an utter end. And I do not believe it's bad. I mean, I don't think so. Anytime something ends, though, it can be hard. So I will say that. Anything we need to know about this Ten of Swords? Yeah, I feel like it's saying that, yeah, I think there's something here that you're finally recognizing that the separation and the sadness is not worth it any longer, and it will unexpectedly come to an end. I do believe it brings in a new, renewed feeling. However, there's still some work to be done, and we'll talk about that with the outcome on where this leads. But there is definitely some of the hard stuff is coming to an end. And it comes in and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize that the work you've done is starting to pay off. The Empress is your challenge. So it will take a bit. And I feel like this is self-care, not caring for others. It's challenging right now to really focus on yourself. And this could be different things for different people. It could be, I can't focus on myself because I have family or kids to focus on. Or it could be that I can't nurture myself right now because I'm not ready to. I can't, that's just, I'm not there yet. So there's a lot of different things this could mean. So it's a challenge, but challenges to me, that's all they are. They're not insurmountable. They're just a challenge to recognize and to deal with. It doesn't mean you have to wipe them clean off the face of the earth either, you don't. So where does this all lead? You've got King of Wands into the Two of Wands. The King of Wands to me is, I do feel like there could be someone coming in that really helps motivate you to get out of some of this funk, whether it's a lover or a friend or a mentor, anybody, but whoever it is mature for sure. But whoever it is also a very energetic, passionate person. And they're kind of showing you the way a little bit. And when I say that, it's the Two of Wands that makes me say that. The Two of Wands to me is about planning. I've seen a lot of cards where you've got the world in your hand, which is okay, which way do I go? What do I do? I can do any of these things. It's the planning. It's it's taking that Ace of Wands energy and putting it to good use. That's what the Two of Wands is. And I feel like that this person is going to kind of help you to start mapping yourself moving forward into what you really want and what you want to do next and what you expect into your life. So, Libra, this is quite a big reading. I will say that. Let me know what you think. Give me a comment. Also, yeah, it's a great reading. It's hard, but I feel like things definitely work out. The work is the work. So take care. Have a beautiful day.